Good evening and welcome to Tuesday Night Music. As you can tell, I am not at home. I am at Central Baptist Church, where I performed these two selections for our Tuesday Night Music presentation. As I mentioned last week, the theme for the next couple weeks is going to be kind of songs of thanksgiving and gratitude. The first is an original composition that I wrote for piano, and the second is an organ selection that is probably more familiar to our audience, particularly around this time of year. But in both cases, the song's focus is gratitude and thanksgiving. This original composition is entitled, "Let Us Give Thanks to Thee." And it's a relaxing work. I use that kind of a variation on a figure that I'm very fond of called the Alberti bass, which is essentially just a broken chord, kind of going back and forth between alternating tones. It gives kind of a very relaxing feel, but yet it kind of gives sort of a sense of easy motion. So it lent itself very nice to this melody. I hope you enjoy it. Let us give thanks to Thee. For my final selection, I am going to be playing the organ behind me, which is basically a newer version of the organ I have at my home. Both are Italian organs built by the company Viscount. And this selection is one of my favorite hymns. It can be sung in truth any time of year, but it's especially appropriate around this time of year of Thanksgiving. And it's called "For the Beauty of the Earth." And the text really just focuses on God's creation, being with family, the birds of the air, and the trees and the fields. And it's just a wonderful hymn of praise. And so this arrangement, it's not a new arrangement. In fact, I've played it in concerts in the past, but as I mentioned, it seems very appropriate to play this week. It starts softer with kind of a lyrical treatment. The middle section, have a little fun with it. It has a little more of a what we call a Baroque style treatment. Basically, in the second section, the melody is in a reed stop, which kind of helps it to stand out. And accompanying that is an 8-foot flute and a 2-foot flute. Those just refer to the pitches that I can expect to hear. So the higher the number on the stop, the smaller the number, on the stop, the higher the pitch will be. The bigger the number, the lower the pitch will sound. So an 8 and 2 is kind of a big spread, but you'll kind of, if nothing else, you'll hear what I'm talking about in that middle section. And the other part of the Baroque style kind of is that there's a lot of ornamentation typically in Baroque music. It's very rhythmic driven. So the accompaniment kind of dances around a bit. So kind of a nice little contrast to the lyrical first section. And then the last section, we kind of go full board and pull out all of those stops, and we hear more of a traditional treatment of this, including a lot of fancy work in the feet or pedal board. I hope you enjoy it. Here is For the Beauty of the Earth. Well, as always, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you'll join me again next week, Tuesday night at 7 o'clock for some more Thanksgiving and songs of gratitude. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. If you're on Facebook, be sure that you go over to BJ Meyer Music, my Facebook page, and click the like button there, and you'll be notified of postings that I have. And then finally, if you have the financial means and you'd like to contribute to my work, check out my website, www.bjmeyermusic.com, and you can go to the Donate tab on my page, and if you'd like, you can drop a few dollars in my virtual tip jar. Thank you so much. Until next week. Bye-bye.